Good evening, and again, welcome to the Gainesville City Commission District 4 Forum. There are 5 candidates for this seat, and they are Mason Alley, Francis Fitzpatrick, Nathaniel Sperling, Randy Wells, and Penny Wheat. Voting is limited to those citizens who live in District 4. Now, I didn't know where District 4 is, and I've asked some of the candidates, and several of them have tables in the back of the room, and they have maps. And so if you're interested in voting for any one of these candidates, you might want to go up to their tables or speak to them after the forum to see if you live in District 4, which generally is on the, sort of toward the east side of town. The format and rules of this forum will be as follows. Each candidate will have 1 minute for an opening statement. And then I will read 3 questions prepared by the League, and the candidates will have 2 minutes to respond to each question. At the end of the questioning, each candidate will have 1 minute to make a closing statement. We have timekeepers in the front row who will indicate your remaining time for each question. Can you all see that? And the white sign is what now? 30 seconds. And the red? Time up. Oh, okay. I'm going to ask all the panelists to please stay within the time limits. We will now begin, and we're going to do it in alphabetical order, and we'll now begin by asking each candidate to make 1 minute opening statement, starting with Mr. Alley.
Well, thank you, and thank you all for coming tonight, and thank you to the League of Women Voters and to the Gainesville Women's Club for hosting us. It's a real pleasure to be here. My name is Mason Alley. I'm running for District 4 City Commission, and I am running because I believe that there's a fundamental disconnect between our present City Commission and our people in terms of what are our highest priorities for the city. And I believe that our highest priority has to be jobs and job creation. And I think for a long time, we've spent a lot of time making other things that you can make good arguments for on both sides, the priority, maybe personal priorities of individual commissioners. But the single most important thing that drives great jobs, great neighborhoods, great schools, everything that we really care about is an economic engine, and that has to be about jobs and job creation. Thank you.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
My name is Pat Fitzpatrick, and thank you all for having us here. I lost my voice from talking too much, which, as my kids said, that's a blessing. You know, so bear with me tonight. My candidacy can be summed up with by saying just special preference for the poor. This comes from, I think I learned this in the military, and I learned this by being, I'm a secular Franciscan brother in a Catholic church. We work and live with the poor. And the main thing I would like to do is decriminalize what's going on, what they're doing with the homeless in Gainesville nowadays. We're the only city in the country that has a 130 limit. This is the thing that's important to me. We're 130 limit at St. Francis House can feed people. That's why I'm running, to get rid of that limit. Let the children eat. Thank you.
Mr. Sperling.
My name is Nathaniel Sperling, and I'm one of the candidates here for City Commission District 4. Thank you all for letting me and my co-candidates get a chance to speak here tonight. But I'm running because I believe we need responsibility on our City Commission. We need fiscal responsibility. We need to get spending under control. We also need to get taxes and hidden fees, which I'm sure I'll have a chance to talk about later, under control. And we also need to make Gainesville more business friendly, bringing in good jobs and a stronger tax base. I've lived here virtually my whole life. In Gainesville, we're a wonderful city. We have a strong workforce, a very intelligent and educated population, and I want to see our city thrive, even in these economic troubles. And I believe we can if we just act responsibly, both as a city government and as a community at large. Thank you.
Mr. Wells.
Thank you. My name is Randy Wells. Thank you to the League of Women Voters and to all of you for coming out tonight. I am a candidate who comes from his passion for our neighborhoods, and District 4 is first and foremost a district of city neighborhoods that face challenges that are both special and unique, and which also make these neighborhoods very, very special parts of our city. To the extent that those neighborhoods are successful, I think it's universally accepted that our city will be successful. I am a candidate who offers you a track record of working in our neighborhoods to make them vibrant, livable, and green, and I would like to talk to you tonight about some of the specific proposals to continue doing that in tough budgetary times ahead. Thank you.
Ms. Wheat.
Thank you very much. My name is Penny Wheat, and I'm a citizen advocate who served on the Alachua County Commission. Some of you may recall that I was propelled into county government when I learned that my young son had been harmed by gasoline-contaminated water that had leaked from underground gasoline storage tanks. That event confirmed for me that the job of local government is to protect the public interest in all matters. I'm a graduate of the Alachua County Public School System, Littlewood, Westwood, and GHS. I have a bachelor's and master's degree in psychology and human relationships and attended the University of Florida College of Law. For the last 15 years, my husband and I have lived in the southern tip of District 4, and together Richard and I have a son, a daughter, and a 3-year-old granddaughter. Thank you.
We will begin the questioning with Mr. Fitzpatrick. Question 1. This is a two-part question. In these difficult economic times, additional cuts to the city budget will likely be necessary. How would you prioritize these cuts? And would you favor a revenue increase through more taxation or user fees? Mr. Fitzpatrick.
The first thing I would do is I'd look at the Community Redevelopment Agency, which is what the city commissioners also sit as the Community Redevelopment Board. They just gave $805,000 to the Hampton Inn downtown. They've given $1 million to the one right next door, Starbucks. I would change the priorities there. This is a major problem. I mean, you know, is this capitalism? I mean, I thought a friend of mine opened up a cake shop downtown. All she got was a hassle from the city for with rules and regulations. Why did the multinational corporations get to millions of dollars? And I don't know about tax revenues. I don't know. I'd have to get more information on it. I don't know where we stand as far as what other people are paying or not. I don't mind taxing the rich, I'll tell you that.
Mr. Sperling.
Yes, there are definitely cuts that need to be made to the budget. One can look through the budget and see things that are just, I personally think, are ridiculous. For instance, $600,000 a year being spent to so the city can manage a golf course when there are already 6 other golf courses in town, and we're spending another $450,000 to renovate Ironwood, the golf course the city owns and operates. There's the whole Mom's Kitchen issue, which is I believe at least over $100,000 right there that, again, the city is wasting. Another $900,000 for 3 private gyms. Well, private in the sense that only city employees and their families can use them, but I guess you could say publicly owned because the city owns them. For city employees, instead of working with the good local fitness centers we have, the city again is owning and managing 3 gyms for private use. Those are just 3 things right there that we could cut, and I think that would have minimal harm to really anyone. I mean, playing golf is certainly not a need, especially in a time right now when we're having job losses, people are losing their homes, etc. So in terms of cuts, there's plenty of things that I think are just unnecessary that can be cut. In terms of raising revenue, I am strongly opposed to any new tax increases. Instead, what we need to do is strengthen our tax base by bringing in greater business development. Currently, Gainesville, people joke we're a company town because UF is one of our primary companies, but they don't pay many, if any, taxes. So therefore, to strengthen the tax revenue, we need to attract businesses, and we do that through intelligent deregulation and by actually lowering taxes so that businesses will be attracted here instead of, say, to our neighbors in Alachua. So that, I think, is how you would address these issues. Thank you.